The internet has transformed how we consume content, making it accessible at the touch of a screen. But alongside its many benefits, the digital revolution has also sparked debates around online censorship. Recently, a wave of porn bans has emerged, raising serious questions for iPhone, iPad, and Android users. From App Store policies to government regulations, these bans could significantly impact your browsing experience, privacy, and access to content. Here's a comprehensive look at this contentious issue, its implications, and what you can do to stay informed and secure. The coming wave of tech tyranny. Understanding the porn ban. A porn ban refers to the restriction or outright prohibition of adult content on digital platforms. These bans are being forced by tech companies, app stores, and governments worldwide. While proponents argue that such measures protect vulnerable populations and maintain moral standards, critics claim they infringe on individual freedoms and open up dangerous precedents for online censorship. The key factors driving porn bans. Number one, government legislation. Countries like India, China, and the UK have implemented stringent anti pornography laws requiring tech platforms to block adult content or face heavy penalties. Number two, tech company policies. Companies like Apple and Google have introduced stricter App Store guidelines limiting the distribution of adult content apps and websites. Number three, public pressure. Social movements advocating for safer internet practices have pressured platforms to take action against explicit material. So, the impact on iPhone, iPad, and Android users. What is that all about? Let's delve into it. Number one, restricted access to content. For iPhone and iPad users, Apple's stringent App Store guidelines have already limited access to apps promoting adult content. Recent policy updates could further tighten these restrictions, leaving users unavailable or unable to access their favorite platforms. Similarly, Android users face challenges as Google's Play Store enforces comparable bans. Privacy concerns. Number two, the implementation of porn bans often involves increased surveillance of users' online activities. Governments and tech companies may require apps to monitor, filter, and or block specific types of content, raising red flags for privacy advocates. Tools like AI-powered content scanners are being used, potentially leading to the storage and misuse of personal data. Online privacy risks with porn bans, AI content scanners, and user data concerns. Number three, rise of alternative platforms. With mainstream platforms enforcing stricter rules, users are turning to alternative methods to access adult content. VPN services, decentralized networks, and independent app stores are witnessing a surge in popularity. However, these alternatives come with their own risks, including malware scams and exposure to illegal content. Best VPNs for bypassing porn bans. Safe alternatives for adult content apps. The role of governments and lawmakers. The involvement of governments in enforcing porn bans is a double edged sword. On the one hand, policymakers claim to prioritize public welfare, but critics argue that these measures are often politically motivated or rooted in outdated moral standards. A more notable example. Number one, India. The government has repeatedly issued directives to block adult websites, impacting millions of users. Number two, United Kingdom. The controversial online safety bill includes provisions to regulate adult content, sparking debates about freedom of expression. Number three, United States. While the US doesn't enforce a nationwide ban, individual states have proposed measures to restrict access to explicit material. Porn ban laws worldwide. How governments regulate online content. Tech giants' policies. Apple and Google under scrutiny. Apple and Google, as gatekeepers of the app ecosystem, play a crucial role in the enforcement of porn bans. Their policies dictate that apps or app users can download, making them significant players in this debate. Apple's approach. Apple's App Store guidelines explicitly prohibit apps that contain or promote adult content. The company's closed ecosystem also makes it difficult for users to sideload apps by or that bypass these restrictions. Google's response. While Google offers more flexibility than Apple, its Play Store policies still discourage explicit material. Apps flagged for violating these guidelines are swiftly removed, with developers facing account bans. How porn bans could affect the tech industry or the tech industry. The ramifications of porn bans extend beyond users, affecting developers, advertisers, and the broader tech ecosystem. Number one, loss of revenue for developers. Developers of adult content apps stand to lose significant revenue as bans are enforced. This financial strain could discourage innovation and drive creators away from mainstream platforms. Economic impact of porn bans on app developers. Tech industry revenue loss due to censorship. Number two, shift in advertising strategies. Advertisers are being forced to rethink their strategies, especially those targeting adult content platforms. The restrictions could lead to a decline in targeted advertising, impacting profitability. Advertising challenges in restricted app markets. Porn ban effects on ad revenue. The ethical dilemma. Balancing safety and freedom. At the heart of porn ban or of the porn ban debate lies an ethical dilemma. How do we balance the need for a safer internet with the principles of freedom of expression and privacy? Critics argue that censorship rarely achieves its intended goals and often leads to unintended consequences such as driving content underground. So, this is Awesome Will here. I hope that you are marvelous and that thus far you are having an amazing year. And I hope that the remainder of it is phenomenal. I have just covered for you the coming wave of tech tyranny concerning the porn ban. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also share this content. And if you would also do this small favor of just turning on your notification bell so you will be informed each time that we upload new content to the YouTube platform, it would be greatly, it would be greatly appreciated. Be sure to leave your comment and let me know, what do you think about the current ban that is going on and the regulations regarding the porn ecosystem? Thank you kindly for watching and enjoy.